Now let's get perspective from two Republican representatives, Congressman Brian Babin from Texas and Congressman Ralph Norman from South Carolina. Congressman, thank you for being here. Let's start with you, my friend from South Carolina. As you know, I have a little bit of a history in South Carolina. I love the place. What did you see today? Did you see the Democrats get what they wanted out of Ambassador Taylor? And did you see the Republicans create enough of a question, enough of doubt in the American public's minds whether or not this is impeachable?
Well, I did, Eric, and we didn't learn anything new. All this was Schiff trying to create a narrative that this president should be impeached. John Ratliff had it best when he said, "Name me the articles that he's violated." You know, he wasn't treason, wasn't crimes with any intent, and he couldn't do it. And Jim Jordan had a perfect statement when he said the same. You know, grilled him on, did you ever talk to Mulvaney? No. Did you ever meet with the president? No. It's all hearsay. And I think the good news is the public can see what's going on. But I think it would be so much better if the Republicans could call our witnesses and interview and cross-examine the people that we have. Schiff is picking his people that he think are anti-Trump.
Yeah, and Congressman Babin, did you? So the way this will go down is this will continue, and then the House will decide, they'll vote on whether to declare articles of impeachment, and then the Republicans will get their chance to call witnesses and to subpoena people and cross-examine. In the meantime, what are we looking for? What's the takeaway? We saw a Wednesday hearing. Now we're going to have Friday hearings as well. What do we? At one point I heard the star witness say he didn't actually have this opinion. He heard it. He made his opinion formed by someone else's actual witnessing. So this is hearsay. I know it's not a court of law. Does that hold up with the American public?
No, sir, it will not hold up. I think in fact, the reason we're having public hearings now is because I believe that the American people were fed up with the secret star chambers that were going on down in the basement of the Capitol. And I think Ms. Pelosi and Mr. Schiff and the rest of their leadership said, hey, we better make this thing a little bit more public. Unfortunately, as we saw today, we still haven't been able to call our own witnesses. We haven't been able to ask every question that we would like to ask. And hey, this is the United States of America, Eric. We've got constitutional rights. We have due process. This president has not been shown due process. The Republicans have been on the outside looking in. We haven't been able to call our own witnesses. We haven't been able to ask the questions. We've seen it.
Congressman, I want to stay with you because I think you've noted that you'd like this, whatever the vote may end up being in the House, you want this to be taken as a public outcry, open outcry, so that we know who's voting for and who's voting against declaring articles of impeachment. Is that right? Explain that idea.
That's exactly right. In fact, I offered, when we voted on this week before last, I offered a bill and moved that every single member of the House of Representatives that was going to vote on the impeachment inquiry would have to stand up, just like we vote for the Speaker of the House. You'd have to stand up in place and declare verbally, audibly, whether you were for or against this impeachment proceeding. And this is going to be one of the most important votes that we make in our probably in our congressional careers. We're to vote on whether to remove or to maintain the Trump presidency. And so far, we haven't seen a bit of evidence that shows that he has done anything that's worthy of being impeached. But nevertheless, Mrs. Pelosi turned us down, and they went ahead and voted.
And you know what, guys? And let's be honest. Let's be fair. That elections have consequences. That's what happens when you have the majority in the House, where impeachment inquiries start. They go to the Senate later. The Republicans have a majority there. They'll make the rules up when it gets to them. But right now, that's the outcome of a tough 2018. I'm sorry, tough 2018 election. But hold on, I'm going to ask Congressman Norman something.
Elections.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. But Eric, elections do have consequences. Trump was elected in a fair and square election, electoral college landslide in 2016. The Democrats have been after him to overturn this election the entire time, even before he was inaugurated. And so this is simply, they have nothing to run on next year in 2020. And so this is what they're trying to do.
I'm just pointing out the process. I agree with you. Trump was elected. He won. Congressman Norman, Adam Schiff today, Chairman Schiff today said that he did not know the whistleblower prior to September 17th or so. The New York Times earlier, a couple of weeks ago, came out and said that's a lie. In fact, he did know the whistleblower sometime in early August. What do you have to say to the American people about Chairman Schiff chairing this committee meeting?
Well, Eric, is just another example of the lies he's told. I mean, you remember before the president released the transcript, he said 8 times that this president asked to dig up dirt on the Bidens. When he released the transcript, it was nowhere near. Wasn't anything that he said. So he was lying about that, and he's lying about the whistleblower. He doesn't want the whistleblower identity to be known, because what the whistleblower said, allegedly said, is not what the transcript said.
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave it there, fellas. I got to leave it there. This is going to go on again. We're going to be talking about this quite a bit in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much, Congressman Brian Babin and Congressman Ralph Norman. Thank you guys very much.